Welcome to Oh Brother, a podcast where we try to figure it all out. With your hosts, Brandon and Collin. On this week's show, an overabundance of country time lemonade. Ahoy!
Ahoy!
How's it going?
Oh, pretty good. How are you?
Oh, man. It's going well. We are in the thick of fair time up here.
Whoa.
And so
flies abound.
Flies do abound. Traffic is
You want some of our spiders in our garage? Will that help, you think?
You know what?
Transplant some spiders.
We have funny enough, we have enough spiders. I think so.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Just
I was trying to help out, you know.
Thanks. There's even more well-fed this time of year, unfortunately.
Okay.
But no, so we're getting the traffic stuff. We're getting the all the fun police reports that come out in our sleepy little town usually. All the non-locals and sometimes mostly locals is what I mean. Having fun at the fair, and then saying hi to Mr. Copper on the way back.
Yeah. Hooray.
Ooh, sorry, guys.
Have slightly less fun at the fair. This is a public service announcement.
Yes, that's what I'm saying here. People have just a little bit less fun at the fair. That's all I'm asking. You will be your permanent record will also thank you if you have just a wee bit less fun at the fair. So, yes, that is what we are dealing with. We have fair and fun abounding over here, but otherwise it's been pretty good. We had a new experience this past week.
Oh,
I know, very very new, but we took part in the summer reading program at our local library. Another shout out and plug to be involved with your local library. And you could, what it was for adults, you had to do, I forget what you had to do, but then you could enter however many reading logs that you did, enter those into a raffle to get drawn for a prize. And we put ours into a sip and paint party thing held at a local brewery pub thing. And we won.
Nice.
We won.
Hey,
yes.
Let's go.
Now, I will say that I later found out that not very many people put their card into this. So
it's not important. Okay, not important at all.
Who entered won, but that's fine. It's okay because it means that we did in fact win and that we didn't have to compete, which is where you want to be. Blue ocean people, blue ocean strategy. Go to where people aren't. You'll have more success there. But I once attended a conference where somebody was talking about business strategies, and it was really frustrating to me because they weren't offering
sounds like it
anything new. What they were doing was just regurgitating.
They were just reading Dave Ramsey columns from the newspaper.
No, it really
was.
Hey,
have you thought?
It really was. It was like, hey, here's the last 5 books that I've read about business, and I'm going to tell you quotes about them and just kind of read off from the page for a minute. Welcome to my talk. And I'm like, no, that's horrible. I didn't pay to listen. Why are you doing an audiobook version of this? Is this allowed?
Yeah, it's really, that's annoying. I've been like reading more. I've been like looking up. I've been trying to look up to try to help me like maintain some reading and momentum into the work year here. I've been trying to think about like collections of short stories or like shorter type of novels, right? Things like that, little on the, so that you can like read them and like, you know, whatever, but it's not like it's less, it feels like less work when, you know, if you're staring at like a 800-page book, you know.
Oh, sure.
But you only have like 20 minutes. You're going to be like, you know, am I even going to be able to get through a chapter of that? But if you have some like short stories and some like, you know, little things, and you're like, it feels more, attainable, right? Even though I sometimes will just read chapters at a time and like one chapter at a time in bigger books. Anyway, so I've been doing that. So the book talk algorithm is coming back around again on my phone.
No.
And we know my feelings about this, right? But it's bad. But yeah, I've been getting those too. They're like the 5 books that are like changed my life, because you get those ones mixed in, right? You get like fictional reading stuff, but then every once in a while you get like the dude that read the Marcus Aurelius's writings one time. It's like the books that changed my life. You're like, okay, calm down. And it's like, yeah, like how to be productive and like how to read books better, or they have like these kind of titles. And you're like, okay, I need you to calm down, buddy. Like, I'm glad that you're doing some like self-assessment or whatever, but like, this is not where I am in my life. Get away from me with your like you're like, how to think. You're like, that's a dangerous book title also, by the way. Just get that away from me. But like,
right.
They're like really kind of, I don't know, like again, I fully recognize that I am an old grumpy man. Okay, I know this.
Sure.
Right. And the person that's making this is like a 22-year-old dude. And he's making this for other 22-year-old and younger people, right? But when you're some of these book titles, you're like, are you, my guy, seriously, what?
Yeah, right.
What is it?
Well, and in today's world, it's even worse because you're like, this is a ChatGPT thing, isn't it? Isn't it? I feel like
some of them are. Yeah, well, we won't. We can save the dissertation for how some certain ancient Greek philosophers have been hijacked and slightly misinterpreted for the modern male sphere in a bad. Yeah, no, it's no good.
No, bro, have you read Marcus Aurelius? Hold on.
Yeah, they are. That's what they do. They're like, no, that's not what being a stoic means. You're like, okay, first of all, no.
Let me hold on. Let me reach
you missed the point.
Grab my copy of Meditations. Hold on, just a second.
Yeah, right. Just whip that out here.
No, I have
like,
on my shelf.
Yeah,
but yeah,
guys.
So,
guys, no, you can't.
Yeah. No, I just really struggle with that, and I get really sad whenever people are just like, hey, I have nothing else to add to this conversation, but I am just going to regurgitate verbatim a book that I read. And it's going, this is such a waste of my time. And A, this is two, secondly, this is a waste of my time, but B, it wasn't even a good book to begin with and not relevant to what you're talking about. So
yeah, right.
Just going to move on.
Right.
So we submitted our book lists and got the sip and paint party done, and we showed up, and it was at the little pub brew place, and I had never been. Have you ever been to one of these things?
I have not. Susan and her friends have gone to things similar to this before. I have not. Okay. So like, I'm very gun shy about painting in particular, right? We can circle back to that if you want to, but I want to hear about your experience first.
Yeah.
I just know from my history of in art class, painting was not it. There was other art things I could do. Painting was not one of those things.
Yes. So I have not painted in like painted since gosh, 8th grade. Let's go ahead and call it 8th grade. And so this was just meant to be like, I don't know, let's go have fun. Let's see what it is. It's supposed to be a guided thing where they have hey, we're going to paint this thing. We're going to paint this thing.
Yeah.
And then we're going to walk through it step by step. And so you have your easel, you have your thing, you have all of your pre-portioned out paints that are out in front of you, right? Of like, we're going to use this color and they're labeled. And we show up and we sit down, and I don't know. I was just like, I know that there's a way that I could take this of like, I could go into this and freak out and obsess over all the details and like panic about that I'm not doing exactly what she's doing, because that's my problem with a lot of this stuff is like I know me of okay, you're showing the blending and I will blend, and if I don't blend exactly like you are blending, then I will throw a fit. Right? Like I just know that about myself. And so I just had to take a big breath and was like, whatever happens, happens, right? We're going to make happy mistakes and we're going to be fine. It's going to be fine. We're going to be fine. And so it was it was a little bit of a confusing scene of imagine a sunset on an ocean, and then in the very foreground, just in black, is like a little sliver of beach, and you're supposed to paint little beach chairs on it, like in silhouette.
Okay.
And then have two palm trees coming, and then the sunset, but instead of the sun, there would be a moon high up in the sky, dead center. Like that's what we were painting.
Okay.
So like the sun is basically like just gone down,
just behind the horizon,
right. But also the
no
moon
orb, just
is out
the color.
in full.
Right. Okay.
It's a little confusing. I wasn't all about this. But we start going, and it was supposed to be well, you can go, they're going to have free drinks, you could buy drinks. I'm like, I'm going to be bad enough at painting. I don't think I need to imbibe in any way to make this worse.
What would Van Gogh think about that? That's really
so we drink lemonade the full time, and then I realized that there are exactly two types of people who sign up or who put their name into a sip and paint party. Those who
people
are
that
there,
really like sipping,
those who are more for the sipping, and then there are the ones there for the painting.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah, for sure.
Completely different crowds.
Two camps.
Basically the social aspect or the art aspect.
Yeah.
And we were there more for the social aspect of like, hey, we've never done this. Let's just have fun. Neither Megan or I, no shade here. We're not like artists, so it's fine. Like we're just there, have fun, do something together, do something new. The lady at our table was definitely there for the sipping, like the full time. Like we showed up, she was already sipping before anything had began. She was like doing a pre-sip party to the sip and paint party. So she was doing a sip and paint party.
Oh dear.
It was great. It was fun. And
one for me, one for Gauguin,
right.
One for
and so we start in, and it's like, okay, we're going to do the black or the dark blue, and then we're going to go into a pink, and then do a light blue, and then we're going to paint over this. And I was tracking with everything of like, oh, we got this, and then okay, I can do the blending until this is where
the blending gets me every time. I can't.
Look, I will say I was blending, and I had blended. She was very concerned about people leaving brush strokes on the canvas, and I'm like, I guess that's a thing. She was
true.
very wanting to make sure you go from left to right all the way across. But I'm like, yeah, but like that's not how sunsets work. Like they kind of,
that's true.
There's a
They're more dappled
that comes out.
You were trying to channel your inner Monet, right? And you were going to be like, actually, the brush strokes are part of the feeling and how you deliver the paint on the canvas.
Yeah. So I know, and I've seen.
I don't know how to paint, but I know about painters. See? What's up? There we go. I like art. I just can't art.
Well, and this was increasingly evident with like what Megan and I were feeling the whole time of like, I have seen many sunsets, specifically sunsets on an ocean or body of water. But my goodness, it was incredibly frustrating to both Megan and I to be like, I cannot depict this the way I know it should. Like I know how it should technically look. I know that there should be this little like, it should be an inverted funnel of the blending going kind of up into the center of the sky and like down into the center of the water as it comes towards you from your perspective, and like the corners should be a little bit darker as things are panning around. Whatever. Like I just I could not get this. This was frustrating to me. However, the most frustrating part to me was the moon. And I will say this because what we were supposed to. We were painting wet on wet, so everything was wet. Like it would dry a little bit, but
but not
like
all the way. Was this acrylic? It's not oil, surely.
I don't know.
Do you know?
I don't know what.
Not watercolor, right?
Not. No. Afterwards, I was like, I fully really respect people who can do watercolor well, because I'm doing this thing. How would I know whether it was oil or acrylic?
I don't know exactly. I don't know if they told you, right? That it has to do with like paint texture and how it lays down. But if you're doing full, probably not oil. I would imagine. I would imagine it's probably acrylic paint of some variety.
I think it's acrylic. Yeah, I don't think it's oil, because I think.
Were you cleaning your brush with water or turpentine?
Oh, it was water, so it was acrylic.
Okay, so not oil.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Good question. Yeah, we were thinning with water, which was another thing.
Yeah.
Oh man, now I'm doing thinning and trying to get that down. And I have used. This is the longest I have consecutively used a paintbrush since I tried to do detailed work on painting my trim, and that didn't go very well. So like we're really way out of my depth here. But the moon, what you were supposed to do with the moon is right in the center of the big dark sky and in the middle of the blending and stuff. You're supposed to grab your brush, clean it off, right? Get a huge glob of bright white paint. Then you're supposed to basically shove your brush in the center, and then holding the brush, spin it in your fingers and make a little circle. Okay?
Oh.
Okay. That's what you're supposed to do. However, when you do that, the paint underneath is not fully dry. And so instead of it being white, after a little bit, you definitely have purple. Like it's real purple because of how everything is mixed, because it's like, oh, there's pink and blue and now white. And it's just a light purple moon. And I could not, and I was even like, okay,
that would also be acrylic paint, because oil paint doesn't mix on the canvas
you have to use
particularly well.
Thing, yeah.
I mean, it does, but not great.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but like while I'm pushing, then I was like, oh, I'm pushing too hard, because instead of like what I was doing is I was just making a purple moon with a bright white ring around it, because I was just pushing all the white paint to the edge, right?
Oh no!
And then
it's all gone wrong.
I was trying to like go out to that and like pull it down towards the center, but then like the edges of my moon were not perfectly circle, because I'm just like grabbing and pulling, and then I'm trying to like do a little circle thing with a little bit bigger around the edge. It was. Then this was my breaking point, because I was like, now I'm futzing, because there's supposed to be a clear defined line. It's supposed to be circular. It's supposed to be uniform. Like it's supposed to be. And I was starting to futz and like really go down. But I was like, no, this is my moon. This is the moon that I have painted. And this is the moon in my sky for my painting. And so that was painted, and I am done. And I just had to like take my brush, clean it off, and set it down, and stared at my moon. And I was like, no, I had to stop myself, because I would have been there for ages.
Yeah.
And then the last thing we did was draw the palm trees coming up, and then the fronds that come out. And then she was like, oh, you're going to draw a determined line to do the top of the frond. And then from that, you're going to get paint on your brush, and you're going to pull down in little short, like, and make little frond hangy downy things to make them look 3D. And I will say, this is where I was like, now I know what to do with this, because I need fun. I know. Look, I'm not a painter. I don't know paint, but I did also from the sandbar.
But I do know fronds. So
I do know fronds, and I do know that there's supposed to be like definition, and you can see depth to this. And so I'm just saying, two things I added to mine that were not necessary, but I did have a hill and a mound, and on a beach, these have grasses on them. And so I put my brush down, and I pulled up from the illusion of grasses. Okay. So step one,
but also, if there was no grass, there would be no hill.
Exactly. Come on, people. Sand dunes have grasses on them.
Yeah, especially there. Yeah,
to hold them down. So to have hills, I have to have grasses and marshlands. Anyway, I have those. But also, I'm like, I can't see a distinction in the fronds that are coming down because they're all just getting muddied together, and then it's just looking like a big black line. So I would gloop a little bit of the acrylic paint and like leave little like 3D mounds or whatever like sporadically on there, so you get some texture there. I was like, I know what I'm doing. And then I messed up because then I just, without thinking, took my big black line and did a big swoosh right over my purple moon, which was dry. Because
what on earth? What?
Because I was like, oh, the frond's going to be in front of the moon. And I just went, shoop. And I was like, oh no.
Wait a minute.
I can't do that. And so I called her over and I was like, hey, what do I do? How do I
did
paint
a bad
black on top of a light purple moon? And she went, well, you're going to have to wait for your moon to dry. And I was like, cool. She said, would you like to take some paint home with you? And I was like, yes, please. Thank you very much. I would like to take some paint home with me so I could finish this.
Man.
Oh.
I read about Degas having these problems. I don't know what's happening.
See, and I'm just like, I'm sitting here going, it's the execution that I just, again, this is just lack of skill. And I guess if I was more determined, I would do something about it, right? I'd be like, oh,
well, yeah, but
sign it for an art. But it was very apparent and all starting to get frustrating to me of like, oh, you know what a sunset looks like.
That's all right. You know, you got to pick your art form, right? Some people paint, other people, they write haikus, Collin, and that's just...
I know. I do have a haiku for later.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of people do both, but you know, you don't have to.
No, clear.
I'm sure one kinds of people in the world, painters or haikuists. That's the two kinds.
Yes, obviously.
I will say, I'm prompted here. I have your little. This sounds very exciting. I'm glad your paint turned out all right.
Yes.
But it did remind me. You did make a thing. I have made. I think officially, I have reversed a stance that I have held for a long time.
Oh.
Right. Yeah. So for a long time, I was of the opinion that lemonade is trash. Right. However, I think officially after a little bit here, I think I'm officially going to reverse course on this decision here and declare officially lemonade. It's fine. It's okay.
It's fine. Wow. Huge big news. Brandon determines.
Yeah, it's fine. Brandon, it's all right.
Don't make a big deal about it, but it's okay.
Yeah. I don't really know why this. I mean, the reason this has occurred, right, is I really don't drink soda anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Mm-hmm. Like, it's really not a thing that I'm doing in my life currently. So, like, sometimes, like when we're out, like you go out, you do stuff, like, especially in the summer, right? You're like, they're like, what do you want to drink? You're like, yeah, lemonade. Let's go with that. Let's try that out. Let's try it out for size, right? So I've been trying out again, right? And then I feel like testing it out a little bit, and overall, I think it's not too bad. I think I'm coming around on this lemonade thing, right? About because for a long time I was of the opinion it was too lemony rather, right? And I think part of my initial lemonade thoughts are based on people's homemade concoctions involving country time lemonade, right?
I was just about to say, is it the country time?
I think so, right? When you make this and you put too much lemonade powder in the lemonade, oh my God.
It makes your eyes twinge.
Yeah.
As you're bringing it to your lips.
So tart that you drink it. And then, because for a long time, my stance on lemonade was you drink lemonade and then you are thirstier than when you began.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yes. But now I think perhaps this was skewed in the 90s by the overabundance of Country Time lemonade with people in my life who would make this at their house. And it was just too much.
I'm just realizing now
that Country Time lemonade destroyed my lemonade drinking for years.
We can definitely lay that at the fault of Country Time.
I feel like that's fair.
Yeah,
right.
No, 100%.
And people over like not following the direction. We can specifically lay it at the feet of people not following the directions on the Country Time lemonade packet, right? Just sort of like dumping it in the pitcher, and then just like spooning a random amount of sugar in there also, and then giving you like an eye-watering concoction.
Well, the worst was whenever they would make large jugs of this.
Oh yeah,
right.
Like the big pitcher.
Yeah,
I'll make the big pitcher up and put it in the fridge. The big Tupperware pitcher thing, right? Maybe orange, maybe blue, whatever.
Or like the sports drink coolers too, right? Like the big Gatorade things, like at camps and things. Yeah. This is where all measurements. Because did people have any idea how much water one of those held? No. So what did they do? They went, oh, well, this is a large container of water, so I obviously need to use the entire thing.
I need to use large amounts of Country Time. No.
I will just dump all of the Country Time in, and that'll be fine. And then because there's so much in there, they don't stir it, and so there's just the sediment down in there. And then whenever you open that thing up, all of that just rushes out into your cup if you're one of the first people there. And then you lay on the floor trying to recover after you drink that.
Yes. Yes.
But you're right. A really nice, actually well done from scratch lemonade.
I mean, that's even better. But
yes, or just well done in light or easy-handed Country Time is still fine.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't had that in a long time. So that's yes. I was trying to discover how much you're actually supposed to put in there, right? I was trying to Google this and I can't. This one thing just said 3/4 of a cup or 3/4 of a spoon. And I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah, per mouthful?
Yeah, per what? I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, this says for you need. You're supposed to. This is the one where you use the cap. You just fill up the cap to the line, but it doesn't say mix amount, which is suspicious, right? I don't know.
It's
a little shifty,
they're not trying.
So I don't know.
They're not trying.
Yeah, they're not telling either. But whatever. So yeah. Anyway, it reminded me of oh yeah, I have come around on this whole lemonade thing recently, right? Susan even commented I ordered it sometime, and she was just looked at me what? I was like, yeah, you know what? Give it a shot.
New leaf. New leaf, fine. People.
New leaf, right? It's okay. The other, I think perhaps the other reason that this came up, right, is there's been a few times where we've been coming back from Springfield really late, right? And we've stopped somewhere to get a little snack, in a drive-through, right?
Sure.
And it's real late at night. I don't really want a big soda at 11 o'clock, right? Nobody wants that. Yeah. So I was lemonade. I know there's sugar in there too, but not caffeine and stuff. So I was do that.
No, just something to sip on and something a little bit of it's peppy and a little.
Yeah, while you're driving. Because it's not.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. That's the only time that we ever stop at the Whataburger is like it's like randomly like super late. And we're like, well,
I
yeah. I mean, it's open and kind of hungry, but like,
might as well.
Whatever. Grab a little drinky. Let's look at
Yeah. Are you fully in the back to school?
Oh yeah, we're back this week, right? We're back doing the thing. So whatever, it's fine. Okay. Here's my short dissertation. How to not have let's see. Let's call it. Let's entitle this segment "What Not to Do to Welcome Teachers Back on the First Day of School." Okay, here we go. Oh, no. What not to do? The very first day of school, for 5 hours, I sat in a gymnasium listening to and or watching presentation. Now, not consecutive hours, but we had a morning presentation that was 2.5 to 3 hours. Lunchtime, an afternoon presentation that was approximately 1.5 to 2 hours. End of day, go home.
No. No.
I know, but the reason they have done this, right? We have front loaded everything onto the first day. So like yesterday, we had to have like a meeting, right? Today I had to go. There was a meeting that you could go to. It was like 30 minutes. And that was it. And tomorrow there's like no meetings. Okay. That's okay. But man, I don't.
That's too much.
Could have split that first day up a
little
bit. Like I know I got stuff to do because this year also is kind of strange because they did the thing again where it's like we came back on Monday. We're going Monday to Thursday because Thursday is open house, right? Tomorrow's open house, right? And then school starts next week. So like there's not a lot of time in there to get ready because before we've done like I think last year we came in like we did like Wednesday, Thursday, and then the next week we came like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then school started, or maybe it was like Monday through something like that, right? Like, so there was a little bit more time to do stuff, but it is very quick. Like, oh, hey, go.
Got to zip through those things.
Yeah. So like, I don't care really because my first like 2 weeks of school was like, I have it. It's all ready. It's all down. It's no big deal. So like I have a new co-teacher person, right? And she's kind of like freaking out a little bit. She's like brand new and has like all this new stuff. She's like brand new to our district anyway. And like, there's all kinds of stuff to do. So she has a lot of work to do. And so she is like cramming she's got tons of stuff to do.
Yeah.
And I don't have anything to do, but I'm feeling bad for her. She does have many things to do, right?
Yeah.
And I don't have like tons to. Are there some other things I could have been doing today? Yeah. But like, I was like, okay, some of that stuff can wait till later, but I need to do like seating chart stuff. And I need to do like that kind of stuff. I was trying to get that stuff today. Like, what do I actually need for the very first day of school? That's all I was focusing on today. What do I need first? And then we'll go from there. Like I printed out some stuff, but whatever. But so yeah, it wasn't too bad. Just kind of, rolling through. So today was better, but man, that first day, oh my gosh. Like I can't sit here and like absorb some of this like relatively crucial information that you're trying to tell me. Because number one, I'm in the bleachers. Like what? This is not comfortable. Like, I mean, it's the ones with the seats, but like still
acoustically, poor choice.
Yeah. It was
real bad.
Yeah. It was the whole thing. I mean, they had the microphones, but like still
I
had to be in the gym.
Again, yeah. What a wonderful. Hey, welcome back. We're here for you, but also I need you to sit here for 5 hours.
you. I'm gonna break my spine sitting in this little seat for
my goodness
100,000 hours. Like that's terrible. Like I don't. Yuck.
Sorry. Well,
it's fine.
At least it's over, right?
That's true. That's true.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
That's all right. So yeah, tomorrow will be. Maybe I just gotta put it because Susan was like, "Is your room all clean, ready to go?" I was like, first of all, is my room ever like clean? No. So like, it's there's always stuff somewhere. It's fine. So it's good enough. Right? It's
sure.
I'll tidy up a little bit more tomorrow. Yeah. It's like put these piles of things away. Like I don't know. Put it. I messed my bookshelf up somehow. I put all the books on there, but it's like not quite right, and I don't remember how I had it last year.
Oh no.
Drive me crazy. So I don't know what to do about that either.
Pictures.
That's bugging me.
Pictures next year.
Yeah,
Pictures.
I did that before, but I did it like 2 years ago. So I'm just gonna have to move some stuff around.
Sure.
A little bit. I was trying to make more room on one shelf, but that messed up with other shelves a little bad. I don't know. So, and I have a couple books that are like they're just like too big, like too tall to fit properly. So like it's just like one of them is literally like 2 mils too big. It like won't go in.
Oh, that's frustrating.
Like wow. Trying to find a home for all these is problematic, but it's fine. It's fine. So doing all that, and there you go. Boom. We did. We went to a random restaurant in Springfield with some of our friends because they wanted to go do like a thing before we went back to school, like a hurrah, last summer hurrah. So we went to like a swanky place, and I don't know. It's actually over by your office, right? We were in your neck of the woods.
Oh,
for a minute. It's I think this is the old Steak and Ale building.
Oh, really?
Right. I think that's what it is. Cause when we went in there, I was looking around. I was like, this feels familiar somehow. So I don't know if that's actually true, but like it's that like Jim Steakhouse over there on Glenstone or whatever.
Yeah. Over by the
Jim
tower
with 2 M's. Yeah. It's right next to the tower. Right.
Yeah. That's the original. Yeah. That was Steak and Ale.
That's what I thought. Especially the bathroom doors are the same still. Right. This is the part that really gave it away. The bathroom door still says Lord and Lady, right? Because it's like, it was like weird kind of in there, like medieval-y aesthetic vibe steakhouse. It's like,
wow.
What? But my friends wanted to go there. And I was like, oh. And we pulled up. It's like, I've been here, but not here.
Oh, no. It's like those dreams.
Why was I here? I think I was here with my grandma at some point. I feel like that's true. Like, I don't know.
Wow. That's insane.
It was kind of insane. I was like, whoa.
So how was it?
I mean, it's pretty good, right? So it was fun. It was a fun time. But the revelation was, wait a minute.
Oh, right.
This is Steak and Ale.
I've been here before. Man, it's been years since I've been in that building.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know anything was there because I thought Steak and Ale closed like forever ago. Yeah, and I didn't think there was anything else in there, right? Let alone just another steakhouse. I mean, I guess it's set up ready to go, but like the layout of that building is really strange, right? There's just like tons of like small little nook rooms that everyone's eating in. It's really kind of odd, but like, yeah. I was just like, whoa.
You're right. It's a very
been here.
Tight building. Anyway,
it's really compartmentalized.
Yes,
right. It feels like a bunch of small dining rooms, right? I guess that's so that it's like more intimate and like like more calm and like chill, right? But it is also labyrinthian in how you have to like walk around.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it still has like Steak and Ale vibes a little bit, right? Because I recognize some of the like it looked familiar enough still, right? Even though if I would have gone there with memes, it would have been in the 90s at some point, right? Like,
yeah,
it was not a thing, right? Because maybe the early 2000s, but it'd be about it. It'd be about the last time I was in that building.
It, yeah.
So I don't even remember it when it closed, but that was the other funny thing I was going to tell you. It's like I went to Steak and Ale, but not really.
Man, yeah, I went to Steak and Ale, but I didn't. But I did. Right.
Spiritual successor, right? It just
ta-da.
It's actually funny. They kind of like paint it up a little bit, and it's like a different name, and the bathroom doors are the same though. Like, why is there a knight on this bathroom door? Oh yeah,
yeah. Did they just
it's like the and ale part? It's a joke. Get it? Haha! It's a medieval taverny thing.
Yeah. Did they just not like? I don't know.
I don't know. They just kind of repainted the walls and were like, "Yep, good. Let's go."
Huh.
So there you go. That's what I did. That's the other thing I did this week. Other than coming up with this week's sea shanty, of course, right?
Yes.
The last, second to last sea shanty here on the sea shanty playlist. Right? There we go. Let's go. This week we're going with Bulley in the Alley.
Bully in the alley.
Bulley in the Alley. A halyard shanty, right? So it's a pull rope shanty, right? Hoisting sails shanty, right? Boom. So in this case, right, just some history here. The term bully, we use this in the Hemingway sense of it means you're drunk, right? Right. If you notice, Hemingway likes to use this word a lot. He's like, we're pretty bully, aren't we? Yeah. He means drunk, right? It's a very archaic form. I've only ever seen it in Hemingway and this song, right? So why is that? I don't know. Is it because Hemingway spent time in Florida? Maybe. Is this song related to the Caribbean? Yes. Oh, don't know.
Well, it's a good start, at least.
There you go. So, yeah. Bully in the Alley, right? A song of missing little Sally, basically. What's about? I don't know. I think it's a song about like, I love this woman, but she's not here, and I'm at sea, and I'm sad, and she's probably going off with somebody else because I'm boating, and now I'm Bully in the Alley. I think that is basically the crux of the song. Like many sea shanties, just not the happiest tune in the world, but you know, it's catchy as heck. So you can haul ropes in sync. Yeah,
which is necessary.
It is necessary because you don't want to haul your ropes out of sync. What a catastrophe that would be, right? Terrible.
Terrible.
Yes. Speaking of terrible, old Jim is in a pickle, right? Quite the pickle indeed.
Oh, man. Right? Like, man, we really...
Yeah, right. It's, you know, once again, escaping goblins to be caught by wolves, right?
As everyone says, obviously.
As everyone says, clearly. So yeah, now we're confronted with his playing. So torches are lit, right? He sees around, right? And he's like, there are all the pirates are here. However, the first revelation we get is really There were 6 Buccaneers all told. Not another man was left alive. So, we are substantially less than we started, right? The enemy crew, the pirates here, have been whittled down substantially, right? And of these 6, 5 of them were on their feet because one is laying on the ground with covered in bloodstained bandages around his head. So 5.5, man.
Yeah, we're not really.
Right?
We're not counting that one at all.
There's 5.5 pirates left. So, yeah, he's kind of like this revelation, sort of like he is fighting 2 emotions, right? He is scared because he's just wandered into the lion's den here, but he's also like, oh, there's only 6 of them. Hey,
yeah, he's weirdly
okay.
He's weirdly going, oh, actually, well, yeah, we might be doing pretty good here.
So he's like scared and bolstered a little bit by this news, right? And he kind of is, he's bound, but depending on the moment, he seems to be bouncing back between these 2 things like a pinball, right? Mm-hmm. He's like bouncing between the bumpers of like, oh no, this is scary too. Wait a minute, there's not very many of you, right? Even though currently it's 6-1, right? He knows that somewhere there are, others, right? Mm-hmm. At least 4 other people, right? 4 to 5 other people. That
he's doing some mental math here and going, oh, well, our odds are actually looking really good. Like my odds at this exact moment might not be wonderful, but
overall, yeah,
right. Nice.
And this is kind of like, I think, brought forward to him more by the way that Silver kind of starts talking to him, right?
Yeah.
So when he starts talking to him, he's like, hey, look, I always liked you, right? Like, think you're a picture of my own self when I was a youth, right? And, it's not so bad. And, I always treated you square, didn't I? And, I'll give you a choice here, Jimmy. You can, throw in with us, or you can take your, head back to your other people, right? Mm-hmm. Like, so it's kind of like, that's not a confident Silver at the moment, right? This is like conniving, sneaky, manipulative John, right? With the braggadocious, like, guy from outside the fort earlier is not here, right? Like the first encounter at the fort when Jim and the crew were inside and the pirates were outside, Silver was brash and he was, this is the way it's going to be and blah, blah. He's realizing now he no longer has a upper hand and he's reverted back to kind of shifty, like manipulative Silver, right?
Yes.
We see that here in this. It's interesting that both of those people have occupied this same space, right? Yeah. It's kind of interesting. It's like a very interesting juxtaposition from like a couple days ago to now in the same spot, right? Jim's return is very different in many ways, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, it finds Jim, both like Jim is different in how he's interacting with Silver, and I don't know if this is Silver is sensing a little bit of that, of like, oh, he's not maybe quite as naive or whatever, but also Silver recognizes his extremely precarious situation of, right, he has to be putting on a show and front for his crew, but also he does, like, genuinely, he does need Jem. He needs all the help that he can get at this point, and knowing what he assumes that Jim knows or doesn't know, right? Like he's still recruiting at this point.
Yeah. And it's, I think this fact is backed up by, he gives him this ultimatum, and then Jim's response is, "Am I to answer then?" I asked with a very tremulous voice, right?
Uh-huh.
Although through all this sneering talk, I was made to feel the threat of death that overhung me. And my cheeks burned and my heart beat painful in my breast. So he's, at some point, he's like acting bold, but like internally, he's like freaking out, right? Like,
yes. Yes.
So he does ask about his friends. He's like, they left, right? And again, he's trying to, he's doing his manipulating thing. He's like, oh yeah, the doctor's mad. He doesn't like you though. He said he didn't want to see you ever again. Blah blah blah. It's like, he's like, oh no. It's like, for a minute he falters, right? He's like, did I really messed up? Like blah blah blah, right? I don't know. Why would this be? Right? And so Silver's trying to keep needling him, trying to get him on his side by telling him these things that may not actually be true. Like, was the doctor probably pretty angry that Jim just disappeared? Yeah. Did he probably say like, I never want to see Jim Hawkins again? Doubtful. But like,
yeah.
So he's trying to needle him in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, this is a very interesting chapter where the psychology is like different, right? And then he like, it's also too like Jim sees through it a little bit, and he kind of comes around and he's like, well, I won't, blah blah blah, because I knew. He launches in this big speech about your downfall is all because of me. Oh, I'm the one that engineered all this. That's my answer.
Yeah.
You're in this situation because of me. Because guess what? I heard you in the apple barrel, Silver. I knew the whole time that you were sneaky and underhanded and up to no good. And like, the more he talks, he like gets more emboldened to like keep talking. He ends this like, it's very interesting because we went from that thing like a page ago where he's like, my cheeks burned and my heart beat painfully in my breast, to literally the next page, kill me if you please or spare me, but one thing I'll say and no more. If you spare me, bygones are bygones, and when you fellas are in court for piracy, I'll save you all I can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And he's all like, very he's all wound up, and Silver's like, it's like he took charge of the negotiation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Almost. There's a very interesting dynamics going on here, the back and forth between Silver and Jim in this cabin, right?
Well, yeah, and this is where shortly after that, Silver has to step in and actually protect Jim from the men.
Right? Yeah,
and
because he does say all that, and they're like, "You what?" He's like, "Oh."
Aha.
Oh,
yep.
Wait a minute. I forgot you were there for a second.
And Silver has to stand in, reassert his dominance, and basically like nobody's laying a finger on him. And which is interesting because he steps up, he does this. And then at the end, Silver openly comes to Jim and is like, yeah, look, we're both in a bad spot. Because when he's talking to him together, he's like, they want you dead. And look, if you help me, it'll keep. What does he say? He says, now look here, Jim Hawkins, you're within half a plank of death, and what's a long sight worse of torture? They're going to throw me off, but you, Mark, I stand by you through thick and thin. I didn't mean to, no, not till you spoke up. I was about desperate to lose that much blunt and be hanged to the bargain. But I see you as the right sort. I says to myself, you stand by Hawkins, John, and Hawkins will stand by you. You're his last card, and by the living thunder, John, he's yours. Back to back, says I. You save your witness, and he'll save your back. Now he's throwing his lot in with Jim and letting him know we're in a very precarious situation. If you don't go along with this, we're both not going to be in good sorts here. So what is it, right? Like,
yeah,
he's really trying to still find this way to weasel in to save his own neck.
Yes. Because is it right before that they leave. They go outside.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. It was right. But sorry, I jumped a little bit towards the end.
No, that's fine.
But yeah, he takes a forecastle something to
the whole rest of the crew they call like a forecastle meeting, right? So the whole rest of the crew is like they're like this whole situation has angered them, and so like you know right after Silver speaks up and stops them from stabbing Jim, right? They go outside. They all go outside, right? They're like, and he's like, "What are you going?" He's like, "Listen, crew's right to go and talk without you. You know the rules." He gives him a big like faux elaborate salute to like make his point about like blah, and they go outside, and that's when Silver goes into this big thing about Jim, right? Which leads into the next chapter where they're outside for a long time. He says, right? It lasted some time when one of them re-entered the house, and with the reception of the same salute, which had in my eyes an ironical air, begged for a moment's loan of the torch, right? And again, we get some interesting this phrase here. There's a breeze coming, Jim, right? A turn, if you will, right? He's this kind of seaman talk, like, oh, there's a breeze a coming, change in the weather, right? That's what he means. I don't think it's actually a breeze, right? He's kind of like there's something a changing in the air, okay? And what do they give old Long John Silver?
Oh, a familiar thing.
Yes. Right. And they're very trepidatious, right? Silver has to be like, "Step up, lad. I won't eat you. Hand it over. I know the rules. I do, and I won't hurt you." Right. Thus encouraged, the Buccaneers step forth more briskly, having passed something to Silver from hand to hand, slipped yet more smartly back again to his companions.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, it's the black spot again. That's
I love this where he says, there, Morgan, there, what did I say? No good'll come of that, I said. And then Silver says, well, you've about fixed it now among you. You'll all swing now, I reckon. What soft-handed lubber was...
because he says, wait, well,
where'd you get the paper?
Part right before that, he's like, yeah, where'd you get this paper? You cut this out of the Bible.
Yeah.
And then he's like, which one of you had that anyway?
It said, it was Dick. It was
Dick, was it? Then Dick can get to pray and the rest of you are out of luck.
Yep.
Right? Because not only is this dumb, right? That and is what he's telling them, right? Not only is this dumb, but you have blasphemed, right?
Yeah.
To implicate me falsely, right? So you blaspheme, you've done two bads, right? That's what he's basically saying. You've double batted here.
Yep. Just making it worse on yourself.
Right.
Yeah. We forgot to mention that this chapter 2 is titled The Black Spot again.
Yes. So he's like he basically puts on the offensive here, and he is telling him why this is a bad idea, right? This is bad, there'll be no good from this, right? We got to figure out how to do this. We got to talk our way out of this. There's still a way out for us, but we got to stick together, and you can't do this without me, and blah blah blah. And then he's I'm still your captain. We got to figure this out. Your black spot ain't worth a biscuit after all. Like, what? Yep. Right? Because he's like, basically the reason we're in the situation, the reason that you're mad, it's not my fault. It's your fault.
Yeah.
Right. Well, he's like, the captain didn't mess up here. The crew didn't follow orders. Right. He said, first you made a hash of the cruise. Right. You'll be a bold man to say no to that.
Yeah. Well,
second, because you let the enemy out here.
Yeah. Well, because they brought those 4 things of what they were complaining against him, right? Mm-hmm. They said, right. They said well, we're getting you rid of the captain because you messed this up. You released him from the blockhouse without reason. Like you refused to attack him on the march, and also, by the way, you kept Jim alive. And then Silver responds
like
back,
turns it around back,
and he
right?
puts it on every single one of them, saying, "Actually, no, this is all your fault." Like you said, your fault.
Yeah. He said, I didn't let him out. They wanted out. They waved the white flag. They wanted to leave. So I let him, right? That's
yeah. Yeah. Well, and he plays up like for Jim, he says, oh, and the boy, why shiver me timbers? Isn't he a hostage? Are we going to waste a hostage? No, not us. He might be our last chance, and I shouldn't wonder. So he's like, dude, he went to Jim and is like, Jim, you and me in this together. And just shows the duplicity and the duplicative nature of Silver, of how he can switch from, hey, we're in this, we're teammates, we're going, and then he switches and he knows exactly what to say to his crew for their purposes and their reasons and their logic.
Yeah, because right? About the cruise, he's like, you think I messed the cruise up? I wanted to wait, right? I was going to wait until we dug up all the treasure together and we did all that stuff. But no, you just had to go and start early. And then, right? So we would have been all out of there, right? And, then he's like, the boy is a hostage and that's all fine, right? It's just, he has like very good counter arguments to everything that they say, which is very interesting. Right. And so he kind of like talks his way out of this kind of deal. Right. Because by the end, they're like, okay, fine. It's okay. Well, they revote and then they're like, okay, you can be captain. So,
well, because what does he show them? Doesn't he show them a map? Right. After he's done. Doesn't he slams down the piece of paper to basically say like
he has the map, right? He traded it with
the doctor
or something, right?
Yeah, and I don't remember why.
I don't remember why either, but why the doctor gave it to him is more than Jim says. Why the doctor gave it to him is more than I could fancy, right? But it might have been part of their escape and why they didn't attack him on the march, right? But he gave it. So he's like, and he's like, that's his like trump card. He like whips out and he's like, oh yeah. And you said I haven't found the treasure. What do you think about this? Bam.
Yep.
They're like, well.
Exactly.
He's like, you lost the ship. I found the treasure. Who's better captain now? Take that. So they re-vote him as captain again, which is weird, but it's kind of oh well. So
and it's interesting here because how just a little bit of illustrative fun here is they presented with the black spot. We know it's supposed to be super serious and super blah 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 blah, but almost as a way to show that. Jim notes that the black spot was made with wood ash on the piece of paper, and it's already coming off of the piece of paper.
It's like flaking off.
So it's like, look, there was no real threat here. But it's just funny to say, like, and even the piece of paper that was supposed to be like super dread and terrible is now washing away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the thing. And it's also interesting that the only part that he can read from the Bible is the quote, without our dogs and murderers.
Yes.
Right. Right. Because he knows that part from Revelation, it says here. So it's like, he's like, he's like, this is, yes, that is true.
What is this?
Yeah. Actually, they're within, Jim. They're right next to you.
Yeah. Over yonder.
So that's settled. They decide to do stuff in the morning, so they go to bed here, right? They just have a little sleep. The next day, right? The doctor shows up.
Sure does.
Right? He's been coming to help them with their sickness, right? They've been ill. It appears they have malaria or something, right? Because they camped in the swamp. And so the doctor does spend a good deal of time chastising them for their idiot camping plans. He's like, why on earth would you camp over there? What are you doing? Right. And he's very surprised by the new addition, right?
Sure.
Because he's like, we've got quite the surprise for you too, sir. We've got a little stranger here.
Yeah, and he even says not Jim. And Silver says, the very same Jim as ever was.
Yeah, I like that line. The very same Jim as ever was. The doctor stopped outright, although he did not speak, and it was some seconds before he seemed able to move on. Well. Oh, he's like very shocked. Like,
yeah,
what?
Yeah.
So he does treat them some more and chastises them for their bad point here, and right. He, let's see, is anything happen in this middle part? Or he camp in a bog, would you? But he has to speak to Jim, right?
Yes.
He's like, hey, can we talk? And he's like, they let him go outside a little bit and talk kind of alone. Like he basically says, don't run, right? Promise you're not going to run, blah, blah. And Jim gives Silver his word that, I won't run. Give me your word of honor as a young gentleman, that you won't slip your cable. He's like, fine. So step outside and you guys can talk.
Yeah, well, and there's a large disapproval from the rest of the gang, right? Is that what they're over this?
Yeah, because they don't think he's gonna listen. They're like, bro, he's just gonna run. You're just giving away our hostage. You talked about how we have hostage. You're just gonna let him go outside and run away. Like, they don't believe that Jim will come back because they wouldn't come back, right? They'd be like, no, I'm not. So they can't believe that Jim would be honorable and do a thing like that, right? I think is what we're supposed to believe here. So yeah, he goes outside and he's like, talks to him about some stuff, and he kind of, the doctor does try to get him to leave, right?
Well, I think at first I don't know, because he opens and the doctor says, so Jim, the doctor said sadly, here you are. As you have brewed, so shall you drink, my boy. And then is he starting open here think that Jim knowingly or willingly chose to be here with the pirates?
Yeah, I think so. Right.
Yes. Yeah. So he goes on like a diatribe, but he's like, but this much I will say, be it kind or unkind. When Captain Smollett was well, you dared not have gone off, and when he was ill and couldn't help it, by George, it was downright cowardly.
Yeah. And then, so he does feel guilty about that. He's been feeling guilty about that the whole time, right? Yeah. He does say, here I began to weep, right?
Yes.
I blamed myself enough. My life's forfeit anyway, and I should have been dead by now if Silver hadn't stood for me. And doctor, believe this, I can die, and I dare say I deserve it. But what I have is a fear of torture. If they come to torture me. He's like, okay, all right. It kind of wins the doctor back over a little. Yeah, because the doctor then, I think that kind of convinces him. He's like, oh, you're not here on purpose.
Because you want to be.
Okay, yeah. You didn't throw in your lot with them instead. Like, you are a prisoner, right? That kind of, I think, snaps the doctor out of that line of thinking. He's like, okay, you're all right. You're not actually with them. You're just with them because you've been captured. He doesn't know because he just wandered in there. But and he's like, so we can just run. He's like, no.
He's gonna honor his promise.
Yeah. So he's like, I'll stay. But I got to tell you, right? The reason I can't be tortured He's because I know where the ship is. And the doctor's like, well, you could have led with that, man.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Yes.
What are you beating around the bush with all the important stuff? Jim, just come out and tell him you know where the ship's at. Because he's like, yeah, I can't. I don't want to do that because I might give up the location of the ship. And the doctor is just, what?
Yep. And then he
so
says,
funny.
Yep. And the doctor says, there is a kind of fate in this. Every step, it's that you saves our lives. And do you suppose by any chance that we are going to let you lose yours? That would be a poor return, my boy. You found out the plot. You found Ben Gunn, the best deed that you ever did, or will do, though you live to 90. So like, okay, so something about Ben Gunn here.
Is important, right?
It has been already. And then he yells out, Silver, I'll give you a piece of advice. He continued as the cook junior again. Don't you be in any great hurry after that treasure.
Yeah. So he also says, look out for squalls when you find it.
Yeah.
What? Right. I've no right to say more. It's not my secret, you see, Silver, or I give you my word. I'd tell you, but I'll go so far with you as I dare go, and a step beyond, for I'll have my wig sorted by the captain, or I'm mistaken. I'll give you a bit of hope, Silver. If we both get alive out of this wolf trap, I'll do my best to save you. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So he is also kind of, so that he says, my second piece of advice, keep the boy close beside you. And when you need help, hello or whatever.
Hello, like holler.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah. I'm off to seek it for you. And that itself will show you if I speak at random. Goodbye, Jim. And he turns around and leaves. So this is very cryptic messaging from the doctor here. Like, what on earth is he on about?
Yeah, been talking with Ben Gunn too much. That's what that's.
I think so. Right?
Really,
they've just been hanging out, sharing some cheese. You know,
bonding over cheese.
Bonding over their love of cheese, which fair. But we're gonna, as one does, right?
Now we've already had two show titles revolving around cheese. I'm not going to make a third, but man, it's for
that's fine. Thing. That's really all right.
That's okay. Yeah, and then he what's he do? He just
turns around and walks off.
Walks out.
Like Jim told him where the ship was, and then he went into this big thing, being very cryptic. Right, a squall's coming on you, Silver. You go and find the treasure. Keep Jim with you.
And holler if you need help.
Yeah, like okay. That is full of omens, right? Like there are not good things coming here. So
some people have been doing some planning, it appears.
Yeah, right. So yeah, we'll see what on earth that's about next time on the final installment of Treasure Island. Right?
Yes. So, man, it's gonna be good. I'm excited about it.
Me too.
Well, something to wrap us up here is a haiku.
Oh yeah.
Based on, as always, a topic from the last time we talked. Wow. Cracks whisper at night. Bricks sigh, I've had a long day. Gravity agrees.
Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Oh, it's beautiful.
The building, it's still up. It's still up.
Oh no.
They haven't done anything. They haven't torn it down yet. So I'm just like,
Oh no.
Oh. But anyway,
they're putting a town out and just
blow. Now, unfortunately, all of like the motivation on this has like died off because the fair is in town, and so they're
everybody's at the fair.
Everybody's at the fair. Nobody's doing drone flybys.
They're
of the
bully in
building
the alley
anymore.
at the fair, right?
Yes.
As what's happening.
Yeah, everyone's mad about things and whatever. Okay, fine. So yeah, it'll be what's going to be really funny is like once the fair's gone and everybody's attention turns back to the building and it's gone. I'm here for it.
Yeah, they're gonna be, the fair's gone. They'll be like, wait, the building's still up? What the heck? What are you doing?
Just from one thing to complain about to the next, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez.
They'll be done with the fair and then turn around and be like, hey, what are you still doing here, building? I thought we decided you need to go away.
I know. I could be gone by now. Somebody should do something about this. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Jeez. So much to look forward to next time.
All right.
We'll see what happens then.
Okay. Looking forward to that.
Okay.
Building update. Love you too.
I know. Building update. What happens to the treasure?
Yeah.
So much. So much to look forward to.
There'll be at least one conclusion.
I know, right? And on that bombshell.
Oh, yes.
Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.